Hello everyone and welcome to Down for the 123 podcast. This is WWE news. I am loving doing these right now. I don't know why, they are just fun to do. We've got two for you today. So the first one is about Brock Lesnar and what is going on with him. Could WWE actually suspending Brock Lesnar after his USADA, obviously his USADA violations in the UFC. Obviously he failed his first out of competition drug test. When was that? I think that was it got taken in fucking June or something. But then his in competition test related to UFC 200, which is actually, that sample was taken on July 9th, which was the actual date of UFC 200. He actually failed that as well. So obviously just fucking mad things going on with the whole world of Brock Lesnar. So there's a lot of speculation going on. Is the WWE gonna suspend Brock Lesnar prior to his match against Randy Orton at SummerSlam? And obviously, when you're getting fucking done, you're actually just getting done for stuff like this, because obviously, LA I'm just going to read some background and the information just so you guys know. So LA Times writer Lance, no idea to say your fucking last name, so Maguire, that's you, reported that Lesnar tested positive for the use of clomiphene. Now this clomiphene, what it does, it's a selective estrogen receptor modulator commonly used by bodybuilders when cycling off of steroids. So they've taken their steroid use and they want to get off it. So I presume it helps keep your muscle mass up. It doesn't make you go all weird. It probably sorts out your hormones again when you are coming off the drug. Just stuff like that. Especially when it's stuff to do with estrogen and stuff. Obviously, that's just fucking up your body hormones in a number of ways. But the substance should be confirmed by USADA 100%. Of what it exactly was, but obviously USADA normally give out that information once the hearing has been completely done with. Obviously they're only halfway, maybe not even halfway through this whole thing. So obviously, personally, I just can't see WWE suspending Brock Lesnar purely, even though he failed his drug test and he was. It's been heavily rumoured and speculated everywhere that Brock Lesnar was actually meant to be scheduled to be the number one WWE draft pick for SmackDown Live, but then ended up getting drafted to Monday Night Raw at 8 for their 8th pick due to their actual not their 8th pick, but their what was it? Yeah, it was their 8th pick. Yeah, it was mad. Just because of just the whole UFC nonsense. Because obviously the aim was for WWE, in WWE's eyes, as long as Brock Lesnar beat Mark Hunt at UFC 200, he'll be the first guy to be named in the draft. He would have taken Seth Rollins' place. He would have been the first overall draft pick, but for SmackDown instead of fucking Monday Night Raw. Now, obviously, WWE are known for a bit of steroid uses, but they've never really. It's weird when you've got people on steroids and they're not getting suspended, but people like Roman Reigns who are taking Adderall and stuff like that. It's like they're banning them, and then when it comes to all this, it's Let me just get over this before I go on a bit of a tangent. So obviously, according to the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE will definitely not suspend Brock Lesnar, and he is planned for the SummerSlam bout as normal. Obviously, because WWE probably lose a bit of money during it. Not UFC money, but a bit of money. It is Brock Lesnar. He's a big draw. He's going against Randy Orton, the returning Randy Orton. There's no way they're cancelling that match for SummerSlam, and because he got picked as well in the draft, he'll be fine. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. But it always brings up this story where you've got people like Roman Reigns and stuff like that getting banned and suspended for 30 days, but You've got Brock Lesnar, who's basically been tested 100%. Like, he can't even. He's basically got banned from UFC. Basically for PhDs, performance enhancing drugs, PhDs, yeah, performance enhancing drugs. So you gotta be thinking, well, what the fuck? That means you should really get banned from the WWE. If you're perform enhancing yourself, you're gonna make yourself better than the wrestlers. How is that fair when you've got good old Roman Reigns and Adam Rose just taking Adderall just to get rid of some pain? How's this fair? And not to mention that WWE, I'm sorry, it's fake. It's all booked. When it comes to the UFC, if you're using a performance enhancing drug, you're gonna be better than your opponent. You're actually gonna 9 times out of 10 you're gonna beat your opponent if you're taking some form of steroids. But in the WWE, it's all fixed anyway. It doesn't really matter. I feel like the fact that they're getting rid, if they don't suspend Brock Lesnar after testing positive for basically taking steroids, obviously there's different meanings for steroids. Obviously this steroid being estrogen receptor modulator, is basically estrogen blocker. Then why is Roman Reigns? Why is Connor from the Ascension? Why is Adam Rose? Why are people like this getting suspended for taking Adderall and other substances? It always brings up that discussion. But WWE, you carry on doing you guys. I don't even know. But yeah, this has been it for today's little news video. It has gone off on a bit of a tangent, but hey up, it's always something to think about. Give me your thoughts and opinions in the description below. And you know me, I always like to reply to comments. But also, just if you really enjoyed it, give it a like, give us a subscribe if you like all the content. Next news video going up is about a certain former WWE general manager claims that 2 old superstars could be returned to WWE soon, very very soon, very very soon. Oh my god, it's speculation and news. You just love it. Yeah, and that is it for today's video. So I hope you all have enjoyed it. I've been Sucky from Downfall 123 Podcast, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.